is even harder. Training them in the art of brisket and other meats is another story. Of course, Franklin Barbecue's success is not just about the quality of the brisket. All the food is good, but I maintain that the friendliness of the staff and the cheery hospitality customers receive there makes for an exceedingly satisfying experience worth repeatedly waiting in line for, which many people do. That spirit is in the restaurant's DNA and can't be taught in a book. One thing about Texas in the era of peak brisket that's easy to overlook yet can't be overstated is that making and selling world-class brisket is never easy. Rather, it requires supreme effort, beginning with building or buying a costly massive smoker and then devoting long, often thankless nocturnal hours to cooking. No matter who you are, it's a challenge to produce a great brisket once, let alone daily, and Aaron not only respects that, but applauds it. So even as sharing brisket smoking technique has fostered new competition, Aaron recognizes the cost and effort required to produce good barbecue and create a sustainable business. For that, I know he wishes everyone the best. Especially gratifying is that in this digital world full of distraction and abstraction, so many people are taking up the challenge of slowing down and cooking with the elements. There are few slower slow foods than brisket, which we revisit in this book. We also feature several other techniques that require the time and effort of building a fire, creating a strong coal bed, and then cooking slowly over it to get layers and layers of flavor and texture. As is Aaron's way, he's far more interested in technique than in the specific ingredients in sauces and seasonings, which he's more than happy to leave up to your own individual preferences. Cooking anything, but especially large cuts of meat, with fire and smoke, is one of the most challenging and gratifying culinary acts. So even in the era of peak brisket, where it's more available than ever before, we hope this book will inspire you to get outside, light a chimney, and fire up some deliciously slow food. Jordan Mackay. Chapter 1. Out of the Ashes. Smokehouses, Storms, and Sauces. When it rains, it burns. Is that a saying? Maybe not, but I feel that I can say it after the time I've had since I last reported from the pages of Franklin Barbecue and Franklin Steak. While I've enjoyed my share of laughs and fun, now that I reflect on it, I've also had a stretch of struggles, just as you and the country as a whole surely have. My wife Stacy and I are very lucky to have an incredible staff and loyal, loving customers who help to sustain us during challenging times. Nevertheless, I can easily imagine watching a zany Netflix series like the oh-so-many we've binge-watched lately. Based on the totally unpredictable developments that have occurred at Franklin Barbecue over the last 7 years or so, including a fire in the middle of a rainstorm and the storm that is the COVID-19 pandemic. Cue a trailer featuring the hijinks surrounding a popular barbecue joint in a never-a-dull moment, Texas. I do wonder who the director would get to play Stacy. In many ways, this book has emerged out of the ashes, so to speak, after everyone's normal way of life broke down during the pandemic. Like many of you may have experienced, I found myself with more time at home than I'd had since I was a child. At first, when none of us knew how long the pandemic was going to last, I headed into the backyard where my grills, smokers, and fire pits live and started cooking for my family. I'm lucky to be able to say that this strange situation turned out to be positive for a number of reasons. It was a reminder of what I love doing, an outlet for my creativity, and a good excuse to spend time outdoors. Soon enough, I found myself on Zoom meetings, doing video cooking demos, and generally shifting to a distanced online world. When I checked in with my co-author, Jordan, he was going through a lot of the same stuff. Tons of cooking and sort of reveling in the free time and space we suddenly had while trying not to worry too much about what was going to happen to life as we knew it. But before we go there, let's rewind a few years so I can catch you up. In 2017, we had a fire. A big fire. In what could be described as almost biblical circumstances, a dry